the best part about the Cessna Conquest? It's got room for skis. So we're just gonna slide those babies in there.
Now, every once in a while as a pilot, we get to have some fun. So we got a couple of buddies coming along. We got our skis, our snowboards, and we're gonna spend the weekend skiing in Invermere, Canada. It's normally a 4-hour drive through the mountains, shortened to a 20-minute flight.
Don't open the door. It won't be as funny as you think it is.
And you're probably wondering why I'm in the co-pilot seat, but that's because I'm supervising this flight, and I guess I'm acting as flight attendant.
I'm flight attendant, so if you want special treatment...
I'm not.
Yeah, passenger briefing is complete.
So it looks like I'm not going to be busy tending to our passengers. So let's get these engines fired up and on our way.
42, start light goes off, YTT's coming up, 252, starting to turn off.
And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do, and don't forget to hit that like button. Now, we're taking off a runway 35 at Springbank, and because we are IFR, we have to fly the departure procedure, which is runway heading to 7,000 feet, and then they'll clear us to our assigned altitude of 14,000 feet to get over the mountains. So I'm just going to adjust my seat, and my brother is in control of the airplane. I'm just going to monitor everything. I'm reaching down to turn on the bleed air system, which pressurizes the cabin. We'll spool up these Pratt & Whitney turbine engines, about 1,200 foot-pounds of torque each. Our friends are yelling from the back of the plane like they've never been in an airplane before. We're through 60 knots already. We need 98 knots to rotate. There's 98 knots. We're airborne. We're gonna bring the landing gear up and just enjoy the next little bit of this video because it was an incredible flight over these mountains and through the clouds. Alright, so we didn't get a really good view of the mountains. However, the cloud layers were incredible. We got about 15 minutes of solid cloud surfing, which was a lot of fun. Just testing the cockpit warning lights. Bad idea if you have passengers that are scared of flying, trust me. So this is the approach chart for Fairmont Airport. We're approaching from the east. It's a standard T approach, but because it's a mountainous airport, we have to be bang on our altitudes and our track. Otherwise, there's a real risk that you could run into a mountain if you were in the clouds. It's circling minimum only, and that brings us to about 2,500 feet above airport elevation. So even though this airport has approaches, it is still a fair weather airport. You need at least 2,500 feet of ceiling in order to land, or else you just won't see the runway.
Gorgeous.
We got a beautiful view of the mountains as we were descending into the valley. We're on final now. We've already turned the corner. We're approaching Mupley waypoint. So we'll switch over frequencies now. There's a couple of old guys that work at this airport. They're fantastic. They'll usually chit-chat you on the way in, give you an update on the winds. There's no air traffic control at this airport, so it's completely at pilot's discretion to communicate with other airplanes. But here we are on the chart now. We're almost at Lobley, or whatever that waypoint is, and we're going to start setting the airplane up for landing. So we're going to add some flaps, maybe 15 degrees for now, just to help slow us up. And it's important to keep your eyes outside here too, because there are tons of birds, and they're not small birds around here. I've come close to hitting eagles here before, which would, who knows what kind of damage that would do to the airplane. So here's the landing check. Landing gear, propellers, flaps, lights, and we have our clearance, which At this point, we're just talking to other airplanes in the area. And there's the runway, straight ahead. Now, when we're short final, this is when I like to do last-minute checks. In this case, I like to do a flow check just to confirm that I did everything on the checklist and just check visually. So the acronym is BB GUMPS. That's belts, brakes, gear, undercarriage, mixture, props, and switches. And we're going to plan to cross at 102 knots. My brother is flying this landing, so he's got quite a few under his belt now. So hopefully he makes this a smooth one. Plus we got our friends in the back. They're probably taking videos and stuff. And voila, that was a pretty smooth landing, if I had to say so. It's probably smoother than my landing, so good job, Kale.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. You can see some of the hangars and the houses are parked right alongside the runway. And that's us. He's sweating a little bit, probably, because it was a fairly steep approach to begin with. Some bumpy IFR flying. But nonetheless, a great job. We're going to park on the ramp here and chalk the airplane up. Now, I know all of you love that sound, so enjoy.
Hostel.
And even though we flew here, we're probably going to end up staying in a hostel or a cheap hotel, just save some money, and it's more fun.
I was like, what's that sound?
And this isn't good because turns out we have a leak in the left main tire. But there's nothing we can do about it right now because all the shops are closed on the weekend.
Well, good thing no one forgot one ski or something like that. That'd be really
Scotty,
bad.
you forgot one of your skis.
Scott, did you bring your snowboard?
So we're not going to let this flat tire ruin our weekend. We're going to do some skiing and fix this tomorrow.
All right, 3, 2, he's gone.
Now, I'm not the best skier, and I know that, but, you know, I grew up playing hockey,
Oh, that's fresh.
so there are some similarities. My brother's wearing short shorts, and I decided that, yeah, I was going to wear jeans because it was so nice out.
I'm scared. Well, worst case, you fall and pow.
I wanted to do that one.
Well, right ahead looks like there's some big things.
Oh man, there's more.
So just enjoy a little bit of this ski action. Our friends are really good snowboarders, so we're just trying to keep up with them.
What's up?
This is me trying to make a sick gnar ski video. Had to film myself.
Boys?
Scott's got his ass pounded. He's pretending like this is the first time. What's my freaking move?
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. Scott's still dead. Scotty, get in here, bud.
What a fantastic
Yeah, you
time.
Okay, snow Scotty, please.
Now the next morning we headed back to the airport where we met my good buddy.
A rescue pilot and rescue plane.
And you guessed it, he flew in another
rescue
Cessna
mechanic
Conquest.
here.
So we have a Cessna Conquest saving our Cessna Conquest. And you can see the flat tire there. They brought some jacks as well as our mechanic. And we all know each other because I fly both of these airplanes. So now we're all friends. And you'd be surprised how important good friendships are in the aviation world. At some point, you're going to need someone's help. In this case, these guys came to the rescue. So if you want to see the taking apart of the wheel itself and the changing of the tube, I've made a separate video for that. It's part 2 to this video, and the link for that is at the end of this video. So check that out. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, and if you want, let me know what you thought of my skiing skills in the comment section below. And if you're interested in becoming a pilot, I have also made a video for that. So it's the one on the right. Check that out. It should help you get started.